Jose Mourinho with some interesting comments after the match. He did admit, actually, that in the second half, Fulham played better and more than Spurs. Said the goal was completely avoidable, that they surrendered. But here's the quote that's got everybody talking. Quote, there are things that are individual. There are things that are individual qualities and individual mistakes. Basically, I cannot say much more than that. Ian, I'll start with you. Yesterday's show, we were all pointing the finger at Jose Mourinho for Spurs' poor performance against Fulham. Here it seems like he's pointing his finger at his players. What do you make of it?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time, because he's thrown a few players under the bus in recent years, especially at Manchester United. To be fair, he wasn't naming any names, which is, I think, why he didn't go any further. But there is a big problem, I think, for Tottenham. And I don't think they'd be getting away with it quite so much if the crowds were in. That they're getting into the lead in games and then they're trying to sit on it. That's what's happened. That's what they did again against Fulham. 5 times this season now they've led at half-time and it's ended up as a draw. And it did again. Fulham deserved the draw as well. So that's 10 points down the drain. So I'd like to see Tottenham get on the front foot a little bit more. I know Jose's trying to make them a mean machine. They've got to a League Cup final. That's all great. But I think they can be more attacking than they are.
Frank, Spurs clearly aren't closing out games. Is that down to Jose Mourinho's tactics or the players, as Mourinho is now suggesting?
It's for me more about Mourinho's tactics, where you want to wait in order to get some counter-attack, which is the best tool that the Spurs have and they use the most. But in order to get the counter-attack, you have to drop a little bit, wait for the opponent to attack you, and you go for a risk. And this is what happened, and it's why maybe they concede goal. Yesterday I thought the first half Tottenham did well. They played well. They were leading the game, and they even scored a goal after that. And nothing to say much about the tactic and the way they were playing. But suddenly they dropped a little bit, also a bit physically, because when you don't have the ball, you have to run after it. And it's more tiring than when you have the ball. And I think Guardiola just explained that. And I was mentioning it yesterday. But that's the main point for me. If you defend, and you want to defend because you want to attract the opponent in order to counterattack them, you open some doors to concede goals. And this may be why they concede goals mostly in the second half, and they mostly draw for games like that, for example.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.